The American Association of School Administrators represents 13,000 school superintendents and central office administrators across America. We are very appreciative that this administration has seen fit to work with us and cooperate with us and involve us in the conversations that take place regarding the policy directives that this administration will move forward. In that regard, we recently had the opportunity and pleasure to meet with Secretary of Education Arne Duncan. And during that conversation, we had the opportunity to talk to him about some of the concerns we have with the education blueprint, specifically regarding the areas of competitive grant, the transformation models that have been put forth, the Common Core standards, and other areas of concern. We also thanked Secretary Duncan for the very clear goal that's part of the education blueprint, the accountability and assessment aspects of the grant in terms of moving forward to a more comprehensive approach, and the consolidation of many of the ESEA grant programs into fewer, collapsing them so that they're more flexible for school districts in terms of operation. As part of our conversation, we indicated to the Secretary that we would be happy to put on our web pages a response and clarification regarding the administration's positions on some of these key issues. So it is from that point that I now have the pleasure of bringing to you, with those clarifications, the Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan.
Hello, I'm Arne Duncan. As the U.S. Secretary of Education, I'm proud to be working with a president who is so committed to transforming our nation's schools. President Obama is investing in education. His fiscal 2011 budget includes a $3 billion increase just for programs in the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. He promises to propose an additional $1 billion once Congress reauthorizes ESEA. His budget includes a $250 million increase for the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. It also continues funding for the Title I program serving disadvantaged students and programs for diverse learners. We will maintain funding for the Title I formula program serving disadvantaged students. It will not become a competitive program. My top priority this year is to reauthorize ESEA, and I'm working closely with Republicans and Democrats in Congress to make this happen. We want a law that is fair, flexible, and focused on the right goals. Every student deserves to graduate high school prepared for college and a career. And we need a federal law that supports superintendents in the work you do, offering every child a world-class education. The No Child Left Behind Act needs to be fixed. It is too punitive and it's too prescriptive. It lowered the bar for student performance and it narrowed the curriculum. President Obama has released a blueprint for reform that addresses these problems. Under the blueprint, we'll be asking states to develop and adopt standards that define college and career readiness. These will be meaningful standards directly tied to a meaningful goal. Our accountability plan will recognize and reward schools for their success. It won't label a school as a failure because one group of students isn't reaching performance targets. Under our plan, the vast majority of schools will use local solutions to increase student achievement, but will require significant changes in schools that are chronically underperforming and aren't improving. Those are the bottom 5% of schools, that 1 in 20 where it's simply not working for children. We're encouraging you to take bold decisions to turn around your lowest performing schools. But I will assure you that all of these decisions will be made by superintendents, school board members, and principals, not by me or by anyone else in Washington. The President and I are committed to helping you do this work. We have unprecedented federal dollars for school turnarounds, more than $4 billion. And our budget includes another $900 million for next year. We're calling for new leadership in the very lowest performing schools. If a principal is new to one of these schools and the school is making progress, that principal won't be replaced. These dollars will support you, but they are not a substitute for the difficult work of turning around schools. This will take your best effort and your courage. We want a complete education for all of our students. NCLB narrowed the focus to reading and math. In this information age, a complete education is not a luxury, but an absolute necessity. A complete curriculum empowers students to reach their full academic potential. The President's blueprint includes programs to support a complete, well-rounded education. It It will make unprecedented investments in literacy, which is the foundation for all learning. It will increase funding for science, technology, engineering, and math, the fields that are critical for our country's long-term economic competitiveness. It will also create a new program to support the teaching of the arts, foreign languages, history, financial literacy, and other subjects that are crucial for a well-rounded education. In closing, I want to add that improving schools is everyone's responsibility. Our blueprint will create new accountability at every level. For the first time, states and districts will be held accountable as well as schools. Thank you for everything you do as superintendents. We can never have great districts without great leadership at the top. And I'm proud to be a partner in offering our students the world-class education they need and deserve.